You think turning 60 means your value is fading, your options are shrinking, and whatever women once noticed in you is now gone. But the truth is almost the opposite. If you understand what age is supposed to give a man, not take from him, 60 can become the most quietly attractive decade of your life. And if you need regular reminders of that, real reminders, not comfort talk, subscribe now, because the world is full of noise telling older men to either disappear politely or chase youth pathetically. You do not need either lie. You need truth said often enough that you stop apologizing for your age and start using it. Here's what it really means when people say women can't resist men over 60 who do this. It does not mean some trick. It does not mean pretending to be younger. It does not mean buying status symbols, forcing swagger, or performing some desperate late life masculinity routine. It means this: women respond powerfully to a man over 60 when he fully inhabits his age with self respect, calm authority, emotional control, and a life that still has direction. That is the secret. Not age itself, not money by itself, not charm by itself. Presence, standards, purpose. A man who has lived enough to stop fidgeting for approval. Most men waste it because they misunderstand what women actually feel around a man with real maturity. They think attraction after 60 is about compensating for wrinkles, compensating for lost speed, compensating for no longer being the youngest man in the room, so they overtalk, overdress, oversell, overpursue. They try to prove they still have it, and in that very act, they reveal that they don't believe they do. That's called insecurity in a tailored jacket. The hard truth is simple. What makes a man over 60 compelling is not that he can imitate a 30-year-old. It's that he no longer needs to. He has seen enough to slow down. He has been humbled enough to become real. He has lost enough illusions to stop performing. And when a man reaches that age and still has discipline, still has vitality, still has standards, still has direction, something happens. His age stops reading as decline and starts reading as weight, not heaviness, weight, substance, gravity, depth. Why does this hit so hard? Because most people are starving for certainty, not fake certainty, not loud certainty, real certainty, a nervous system that is settled, a voice that does not rush, a man who is not trying to squeeze validation out of every conversation. Younger men often still live in reaction. Reaction to trends, reaction to ego, reaction to rejection, reaction to every fluctuation in attention. But a man over 60 who has done the inner work lives differently. He doesn't react to every signal, he reads it, he doesn't beg life to reassure him, he stands in it. And women feel that difference immediately. Now listen carefully, because this is where most men miss the whole point. Women are not irresistibly drawn to age. They are drawn to what age is supposed to produce. There's a difference. If a man reaches 60 and is still bitter, still needy, still chaotic, still trying to impress strangers, still terrified of silence, then his age becomes evidence of undeveloped character. But if he reaches 60 and becomes more grounded, more deliberate, more discerning, more self-contained, then his age becomes proof. Proof that he has been through the fire and did not come out childish. That's why the real issue is not your number, it's your relationship to it. Do you wear your years like a wound or like a credential? Do you speak as if life passed you by or as if life trained you? Do you walk into a room hoping people won't notice your age or knowing your energy makes them notice your presence first? That difference changes everything. And what does it cost when you get this wrong? It costs your dignity first. Then it costs your peace. Then it costs your magnetism, because the moment you start relating to women from panic instead of self-possession, you shrink. You start reaching. You start trying to be chosen instead of choosing. You start dressing your fear up as effort. You start talking too much, explaining too much, chasing too much. You laugh too quickly. You agree too easily. You offer too much too soon. You stop being a man sharing his life and become a man auditioning for relevance. That is exhausting to watch. And worse, it is exhausting to be. You stop trusting your own pace. You stop honoring your own standards. You stop letting silence work in your favor. You stop letting mystery breathe. You stop carrying yourself like a man who has something to offer and start carrying yourself like a man asking whether he still matters. That's the real loss. Not hair, not youth, not speed, self respect. So reframe it. Being over 60 is not supposed to make you louder. It is supposed to make you cleaner. Cleaner in speech, cleaner in values, cleaner in standards, cleaner in what you tolerate and what you refuse. The man who becomes attractive in this decade is not the one who tries to prove he's still young. It's the one who finally becomes fully adult. Picture him clearly. The man women feel around before they even understand why. He is not frantic. He is not trying to win the room. He is composed. His clothes fit, but they do not beg for attention. His body may not be 25, but it is cared for. His handshake is steady. His eye contact is direct without being invasive. He listens without performing interest. He speaks without oversharing. He asks questions because he is curious, not because he needs to keep the interaction alive at all costs. He has boundaries that are quiet, not theatrical. He has purpose that existed before the conversation and will continue after it. He is not looking for someone to rescue him from boredom because he is not boring to himself. That man is deeply attractive because he does something rare. He makes a woman feel she is in the presence of a life already built, not a void asking to be filled. He is warm but not available to nonsense, open but not loose, interested but not overeager. He can flirt without becoming foolish. He can admire without pedestalizing. He can desire without collapsing into pursuit. If she is kind, he sees it. If she is shallow, he sees that too. If she is respectful, he responds. If she is careless, he steps back. No speeches, no wounded monologues, no trying to educate someone into valuing him. That's called maturity. And yes, female psychology matters here, but not in the cartoonish way insecure men talk about it. Women often feel safer and more drawn to a man when his emotions are regulated, his life is anchored, and his self-worth is not hanging from their reaction. Why? Because attraction dies under emotional pressure. When a man is silently asking, "Please tell me I still matter," the interaction becomes heavy. But when a man is standing on his own center, the interaction becomes free. She can feel him. She can relax around him. She can respect him because he already respects himself. Do you understand how rare that is now? In a world of overexposure, he has restraint. In a culture of emotional leakage, he has containment. In a marketplace of image, he has substance. In a generation addicted to speed, he has pace. That is not old-fashioned weakness. That is power. Quiet power, earned power. The kind nobody can fake for long. So what should you do? Start here. Stop apologizing for your age in subtle ways. Stop making self-deprecating jokes just to soften your presence. Stop talking like your best years are behind you if you are still breathing, still learning, still building. Stop competing with younger men on their terms. That is a losing game because it is the wrong game. Redirect. Build your body for function, not vanity. Walk daily, lift something heavy, eat like your energy matters. Sleep like recovery is part of self-respect. When your body improves, your posture changes. When your posture changes, your energy changes. When your energy changes, people feel it before you say a word. Then clean up your life, not for appearances, for congruence. Get your finances orderly. Get your home in order. Remove the chaos you have been tolerating. Finish what you leave half done. Speak to yourself like a man responsible for his own climate. That's called internal leadership. Then clean up your language, fewer explanations, fewer apologies, fewer attempts to impress. Say less, mean more. If you are interested, say it plainly. If something is not for you, say that plainly too. Don't ramble. Don't oversell. Don't chase a spark by throwing words at it. Let your life speak. Let your stillness speak. Let your standards speak. Then guard your attention. This is where older men either become deeply attractive or deeply pathetic. Do not hand out your focus like spare change because someone smiled at you. Attention is life. Do not waste it on fantasy. If a woman is warm, present, and respectful, meet her there. If she is inconsistent, dismissive, or playing games, step back. You are too old to confuse stimulation with connection, too grown to trade peace for drama, too seasoned to act surprised by what you refuse to evaluate clearly. And stop behaving as if romance is your last chance at meaning. It is not. A woman should add to a meaningful life, not become the substitute for one. This is where so many men over 60 lose their edge. They retire from purpose before they retire from work. Their schedule empties out, their mission disappears, their discipline slips. Then they go looking for emotional excitement to fill the vacuum. That never ends well. Desire without direction becomes desperation. That's called drift. The answer is purpose, not fake busyness. Purpose. Something you are building, mentoring, learning, repairing, teaching, mastering, contributing. The attractive older man is dangerous in the best way because he is still alive inside. He still has a reason to get up with intention. He still has a standard to meet. He still has something in him that is unfinished and worth pursuing. Women feel that life force. Everyone does. So do this. Carry yourself slower, dress cleaner, train your body, strengthen your finances, tighten your speech, protect your attention, refuse drama, build purpose, keep your word, stop explaining your worth, stop chasing what does not choose you, stop outsourcing your identity to people who have not earned influence over your life. Redirect all that wasted energy back into becoming a man whose presence says, I know who I am, and I do not need to perform it. Because that is the real thing women struggle to resist in a man over 60. Not his age, his completion, his groundedness, his refusal to become either arrogant or apologetic. He is past posturing, past pleading, past proving. He has entered a different mode. He knows attention is cheap, peace is expensive, and self-respect is non-negotiable. So if you've been walking around believing time disqualified you, kill that lie today. Time did not disqualify you, it tested you. The only question is whether you used it to become more bitter or more solid, more needy or more discerning, more reactive or more rooted. That choice is still yours. Right now. You are not too old. You are either aligned or misaligned. You are either carrying your years with dignity or dragging them like chains. You are either using this season to become unmistakable or wasting it trying to relive a version of yourself that no longer fits. Let that go. There is a stronger version available now, calmer, clearer, harder to shake, harder to manipulate, easier to respect. You do not need to become someone else. You need to become fully yourself without the insecurity, without the noise, without the need to be constantly validated. That is the shift. That is the power. That is the attraction. And once you understand that, your age stops being a problem to manage and becomes an advantage to embody. You are not waiting for the answer. You are the answer, the steadiness, the standard, the example. The man who finally stopped asking whether he still has value and started living like he knows it. Subscribe if you want more truth like this. Truth that clears your head, sharpens your presence, and puts your self-respect back where it belongs. Stay here if you are done with fantasy, done with panic, and ready to move through this season like a man who knows exactly who he is.